All right, guys, here we are, a super special episode of Walking Buckets 360 here tonight. I'm here with my main man, Coach Diego. Thank you for coming through tonight. Hopefully you're resting because you got quite a week. Tell me right now, my first question to you is, are you happy right now in the position that you're at? I know the answer, but I have to ask you because maybe some people out there don't.
Um,
Are you satisfied with the
with the all right, I'll kind of break it down. We've so far had a roller coaster season right now. That word consistency has to come in effect sometime. 6-0, you can't complain because a lot of teams want to be sitting where we're sitting. Am I happy? Yes. They're working hard. Did I think we reached our peak? No way. I know we got more. I know we can get better. But it's the consistency part that's, the roller coaster type play that we have, like certain girls and certain things and parts of the game that we got to just fix up. But I mean, all in all, who can complain about being 6-0 with a tough schedule? And there's nobody in high school basketball right now that has a tougher schedule than us right now.
it's unreal.
One game, 5 on the road. It's tough. So
Playing in a different gym every night is crazy. So
yeah,
I think
it is. Yeah.
The second half here, if that's what you want to call it, after the break, I think it's on when we get to our home games and they finally get the benefit that these teams have had. Drake, it was unbelievable, man. I didn't even sleep after the first night, and then I haven't put the video of the second game out yet. I just have not had a minute, and I crashed that night, but it's coming. That was a great game. It was a great game. And you're right. They know they're not even close to a peak yet because I've seen it myself. I've seen the girls lights out. It seems to be that first half, I think. That's just my opinion. If they can put together like that last second half was incredible.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout to Jayla. I mean, I watched these videos in slow motion 3 times before I put it together, and she's all over the court, all 100% also. That's the whole team, but she's getting strong again. Like I said, that Walpole game, she's alive. The defense has been the key. Everybody knows that. The coach from Drake It. I want to give a shout to Drake It High too. They were very welcoming, hospitable. Maybe not after that beating, but we'll see. That guy was cool. He was pretty cool. So what do you? I don't want to ask you for a prediction, but like what that last game, we spoke, and adversity is what we want to talk about. These girls, it was a 3-point game in the finish. That doesn't dictate the actual game, I don't think, but to have a struggle like that, to look at the score, but they don't. You got to really put everything together. Back-to-back bus rides, as you said, and these teams were no joke, and they've got some experience. Again, a giant. That girl was crazy from West Springfield. That's who it was. What was the scouting report on her before we got there?
Well, here's the thing that we got to understand in varsity sports, right? It could be anyone's day. And what I'm telling my girls is that every game is a championship game for some team. You know what I mean? We have that respect. We have that respect now that we've earned. And I feel they have to be ready to play. And any high school team can beat any high school team any day of, you know what I mean? It can happen. Yep. And I've studied and I've coached so long. I literally told my girls in the locker room what was going to happen in that game. I looked at Brian, I looked at Ari, and I looked at Blue. And you can ask the girls. I said, what happens if you get in foul trouble? What happens if you're not shooting well, Ari? What happens if Blue's not emotionally there? because it happens. Back to back, you just played one of the top teams. You're hyped. Then you got to get up, turn around, get back on the bus. The bus is late. You get in there.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is not what you expected because it's like the championship's already over. This is like a second game. Like everything was all against us. They had a 3-day well-coached team, very athletic, very young girls, energy, big. So everything went against us. But here's the key: we won. You know what I mean? We pulled it out when we shouldn't have. We played them any other day. The results, but everything was against us. So growing as a team is perfect. That's where it's lost with coaches. You can't win by 20 or 30 all the time. It's not going to happen. That is not going to happen in the playoffs. It's not going to happen in districts or states. So you got to prepare your team. What happens when adversity hits? If you're down 3 or up 3, can you close it out? And we did. You know what I mean? Against a team that wanted it a little bit more than us. And I'll never doubt my girls. Physically, the way we played against Drake, they were tired. And you got to give that coach good. They prepared. They had 3 days to prepare against us. They watched us on video. They were a lot bigger than us, and we just didn't come out ready to play.
Yeah,
and it showed. But when time was, when we had to step up and make the plays we needed to make, we did. And that's a team. That right there shows us that we can blow good teams out. We can still win when we play bad. We can still lock up and not score a lot and win. We can go in someone's gym, beat them up. So that's why I say it's a roller coaster. Opening night, girls are hyped. Hudson, very good team, very fundamental. Gave us a little bit of problems because defensively we weren't there yet.
Yeah.
But we scored a lot. And then we traveled to Tantascwa. We locked up. We didn't score a lot, but they didn't score.
Yep.
Right? And then you go on a hostile Leominster, who's a very, very coached team, well-coached team, very good, big, athletic, and we beat them down.
Yeah.
But we played collective that game. That's where roller coaster started going on. I was like, here we go. Then we go to St. Paul's, and we dip right back down. But we locked up. We still played good. And then Drake it. We go way up. Then we go back down again against. So it's like they're making my heart flutter. So
that's what I'm saying. I was gonna say at the beginning, man. We're too old. I'm not used to that.
Yeah. Don't say that word. Don't say that word old because they're gonna use it in practice against me.
Well, I mean, you're still in on shooting contests. You still got it. We know that. So
yeah, they know better. Yeah.
Yep. Phenomenal. So the JV team, I got to give it to Sam O'Gara. She's got them right in line. You got some depth. There's a few.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Sam does very well. Sam does very well. She's having fun with them. They're having fun. And that's what we try to do ourselves. You're at the JV games. I've said I'd love to see JV games get more respect. Yeah. Sometimes people think it's just a game, but these girls got to play varsity sometime. These girls got to.
I cheat. Yeah. I'm getting the talent before it even gets up there. But actually, if I'm being honest, some of the JV games I've watched were better than some of the varsity games, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
I get hand to those girls, man. I hand it. Remy is a beast. Who else is down there? I mean, Gabby is just unreal when she's down there, but
Gianna, the new girls freshman, is going to be really good. We have high expectations for her.
What is who's zero? Is that Gianna?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Her, she's got hang time, bro. She's got hang time, like
old school game.
Yeah, I love it, and a lot of this is fundamentals. They're obviously taught well, coached well. Phenomenal. I love watching it. Jazzy, she hasn't hit her stride yet. I like the whole not peeking thing. When she does, everybody needs to watch out. Like, her defense is incredible. Her handle is top notch. She's got 2 years left, which is scary. Brian was phenomenal through the tournament. But that first big game she had was fundamentals. Rebound, right back up. She had a ton of offensive boards. Um, the team is ready. They're ready to roll. I think, business as usual. Yesterday is gone. Try just decide tomorrow. Uh, and the defense is what they're really talking about. That guy on TV, the Jason Rowe,
Yeah.
the whatever questionnaire that you had given him some info on the team from the talk about, they were all over the defense. They knew about every single girl.
Mhm.
What would you say is the big secret to this defense that no one apparently plays?
Okay, here it is. So
I mean, you don't have to give up the whole.
I'm not gonna tell people what I do.
You don't have to give up the recipe, but
There's no recipe. It's them. I mean,
yeah,
it's Sam put what we want to do. We literally go over. I'll scout a team. I find their flaws. Everyone has whatever.
yeah,
That's the way I look at it. I figure out what best fits the system, and these girls roll with it, man. Like I'm putting in 4 or 5 defenses. I'm talking about we have an hour practice, and I'm throwing in defenses at these girls, and they're looking at me like, "Coach, hold on, wait, we're doing this. Are we going back to regular? Are we doing regular? Are we doing this? Are we doing that?" And they buy into it, man. You know what I mean? We stress it. Like I told you before, we literally run over offensive sets the last 15 minutes of practice. We are all shooting and defense, bro. So we prep defense. That's what we're not that big. So we gotta be dogs. And listening to that video the other day made me proud when they said, "Wow, South High's playing these Drake girls. There's 8 girls on the court. You can only play with 5."
yeah. Oh man, that was the
But
best.
you're seeing things.
That,
That's our vision. Sam and I's vision is we want players to see things that are not really there.
yeah,
So when you talk about pressure defense, I'm the mastermind of that, bro. I study it, and I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I know the game and I know spots, courts, and areas, and I study it and I study it. I tell these girls I'm up to 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, just studying areas. We put in a new defense that I don't want to say out loud, and it's been killing. And it's not even from last year. It's something that I just seen that we lacked with our
yeah.
size, and I added it, and it's been tremendous. And the true thing about it is they buy into it, Mike. It's not.
Yes.
I'm not a coach saying we're doing this. They
Yeah.
buy into it and they have fun doing it. Excuse me, but how many times do you ever see girls, 5 girls, that picture that you posted, lock in like that?
It's crazy.
It's not even that wasn't even planned. That's not like everyone get down and let's take this pic. No, they know that it's the mentality they have to lock in. That's Sam's new thing this year. She came up with the locked in.
Wow, it's perfect.
And it's perfect. You know what I mean? And we're buying into it, and we're small, and some people are gonna make mistakes, but I just want to say this shout out real quick. When I say we 12 deep, we 12 deep, bro. When I mean like you got freshmen like Ava, Matt coming off the bench, and you got Destiny coming off the bench, and they have 5'5", 5'4", and they're locking up like that, and then hitting big shots.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, wow. You know what I mean? Like you get a girl like Destiny, and you got Jazzy, you got Jayla, you got Ava that can lock up any guard.
I can't imagine how frustrating it has to be.
It has to be. Oh yeah.
Like insane. They look confused. Like you totally look confused. So we'll get to that part. I even wrote in one of my posts that you got to get the props too, man. Coaching, you coached phenomenal that game with your rotation. They needed a spark, and Ava and Destiny came in, provided that defensive spark that you needed to turn that momentum around. Immediately it happened. So you got to take some props too, and I'm listening this year to all the talks and the huddles, and I'm trying to get close and really get down and dirty. Your words to them in between timeouts and everything, you couldn't be more genuine. And the way that you get them pumped up is big. You're real. You're honest. If they suck, you tell them they suck. If they're not, you're giving them everything that they need. The picture that I had in that video with you covering Jazzy, she had a little bit of a tough game at the end, and that was awesome. You know what I mean? People
Mhm.
view it as like a family, but that's what it looks like when you're in that huddle. Legitimately, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That team chemistry, that's a huge part of this whole run. Um, Crazy, dude. I've been following it for 2 years. You've lost. I've seen you lose twice. Your record's climbing. Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone better out there right now. You could be coach of the year again, back to back.
I'll give it to Sam. But
I'll give it to Santa.
so
Could easily get it.
yeah,
Yes.
it's they don't see the late nights that I'm up. They don't see
By the way,
my
I'm worried about you
yeah,
because
my mind yeah, my mind don't sleep, bro. It's like I
you
don't
don't
care
drink, you don't
who
do anything, you don't
no, I
party.
don't drink, I don't do none of that stuff.
I was like, why is this guy up at 3? He's
Yeah,
watching.
yeah. It's like I'm watching your videos because it's awesome, and I get points, and then the girls are all happy. Like we'll use an example. We come from Drake It, right? And we're all hyped up, and then the next day they see me, I'm killing them. But
Yeah,
I'm killing them for the negative stuff. And they're probably confused, like, Coach, we just won and you're killing. But I know, like I keep telling them, I'm 98, 99% right. They
yeah.
get it now. They were starting to believe me. I literally told Brian what was going to happen before we even played Springfield.
Yeah.
I told her before the Drake game what was going to happen. You know what I mean? So I see things ahead. I look ahead. I don't look present. I look ahead. So
You
did I
look
know?
way ahead too. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I look way ahead. I'm already down. I'm already down in January, almost February in my scheduling right now. So I'm
unreal.
always trying to be a step ahead of my competition. At the end of the day, I can't play. Sam can't play. We say that, but we
Yep.
can prep them, and if they buy into it, which I see them doing, I personally think no one can beat us. So that's just who I am. I
I'm a
think if we
believer.
step up, I think if we play and we all buy into it at the same time, not just like have one girl have a good game, some girl. If we all just lock in and don't worry about the noise and just worry about what we can do good and what we're really good at, I don't think anyone can beat us. And that's the truth. And it's crazy because when you lose someone like Grayson, Tamia, and Janaya, that's crazy to
Yeah,
replace those three. Those three are hard to replace. No one talks about Janaya, but Janaya's got every rebound that we missed, and we're small. You know what I
she
mean?
was
So
insane.
Grace's leadership just alone, not even talking about her skill, just her leadership alone was missed. And Tamia's presence is just missed.
Yeah,
But now you got Jazzy, who's a point guard, sophomore, leading this team. She's doing a lot of things that people you might not see in a paper. You know what I mean?
yep.
Dribbling,
Intangibles.
playing defense, playing against the best girl, doing all this. Jayla's another one. How many guards 5'5" you see block girls like she blocked girls this week? Like you
Unreal.
don't see that. That's not even normal.
I
That's
got
not
the other
normal.
one. The other one is coming. The one from the last game.
Yeah, that was
Amazing.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Things like that. And then my center is 5'8", maybe.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got a freshman 5'9". So it's like we're not big, but they play big. And I'll tell these people that are watching this show, listen
There's
to
a lot.
this.
By the way, this is the record. We've never had this many live viewers ever.
No. And guess what? You take my girls. I'm going to say this so everyone can hear me. You take my girls and you line them all up and you open their chests. Their heart is this big, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's them in a nutshell, bro.
Yep.
If you look at them, they're like, oh, these little tiny little girls. Oh my goodness. Rip their chest open and see what you see in there, man. Ain't
Right.
nobody got heart like my girls, bro. These girls, that's why they're special, man. They got big brains in school. They do their stuff. They do their work. They got
Yep.
big hearts on the court, and they do a lot of community stuff too, bro. So it's not like South High does it. They're just no. We don't just win on the court. We win off the court. We win in the classroom, the community. So it's like I'm trying to change the culture of South, but to change the culture of my city, and it's working because wherever I go, people say South High, Diego South High, South High. When do you
Oh
hear that?
yeah.
South High. They don't even talk about Sting anymore. They just talk about South High. But let me just show this real quick before I get off this. I just want to show you this real quick.
Yes.
Did you see this?
Oh yeah.
Did you see my girl?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we do. South High Sting. Listen, we producing, and everyone's buying into it. The city's excited about them. I'm excited about this. You're making history. You're showing these girls that all these moments, Mike, and all the things that you're doing in the community. And it's not just South. You're at North games. You're talking about Doherty kids. And that's how it's supposed to be, man. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I mean? I think it's changed. I don't even post changing culture anymore. You know what I post? Changed culture. We changed it.
Yeah.
It's a plan, bro. I had a plan, and the plan's working, but it's all positive things. So if coaches are out there looking, I just love the game. You can't cheat it. If you cheat it, it's going to get you. I try to set a high bar. That's how I was as a player. That's how I was as a person, a coach, a mentor, trainer. I expect the best out of everything we do, and I think the results are showing. And I mean, I think, and it's not just me. I do my homework. I'll show the plan. They got to do it. They got to put it on the court, and they got to do it in the classroom, and they got to do all this stuff. And they've done it, and I'm proud of them. And I told them this before: if you put the work in, the results show, man. And the plan's working. The plan's working, and we're just going to keep rolling with it.
Absolutely. And they're trending up. They're trending up. Every game that they're all getting better. Every single game, every girl gets better. It's
every game. I can sit here and talk about all these girls, individual accolades, and they're so humble, bro. I mean, the parents are going to show their kids off. That's what life is. You know, they're going to tweet. They're going to do that. Sam set their Twitters up. Unbelievable. College coaches are in there. She's setting them up to know, you know what I mean, what to do to advocate for themselves. And then you got the parents all hyped up. After we went to Drake, and we went to Antonio's and spent like $5,000 in there. And it's like, no kids had money at that time, but you know, so it's like
we got 2 pizzas.
we tell them get pizzas, and they're ordering, you know, top of the line food. But
love it.
But it's the atmosphere, bro. It's the atmosphere. You know what I mean? It's fun when you win. It is. But if you do it the right way, it's even better.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. You got to give a shout to Felipe.
Fifi. That's not his name. It's Fifi.
So, I mean, we can call him that.
It's Fifi. It's Fifi.
What a dedicated dude. That's what a parent should be. Honestly, you should have at least one parent like that comes to everything you do and supports everything you do, you know?
We have 12. Mike, we have 12.
I've yet to meet. I think I'm going to meet them soon, but I got about half of them that I know. But
we have 12. We have top to bottom the best parents that you can ask for. I mean, they'll do anything for any kid. Some have single parents, some are double parents, grandparents. Our program is so tight. It's crazy. Like from Izzy to Laurel to Maddie's parents to Neff to all these kids. Jayla's parents. It's just the top to bottom, the best parents. You know, they all think they know basketball. Some of them do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, their kid does bad. They want to get on them, and it's gonna happen, bro. I always tell my parents, be parents because you love the game and you love your kid, but you can't be both. You know what I mean? You got to let the kids play. They'll be fine. Believe me, they'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it, man. I mean, it's easy to cover the people that win. I mean, what I do is you guys make it happen. You know what I mean? The shooting, you guys make every moment on these videos, you know?
Yeah.
So we wish we had that. Imagine if you had that through high school. You know what I mean? Your career was unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you just go back on YouTube and check it out, it'll be awesome. But now we give it to them. And I got, just so you know, I'm like, it's always South first. Like at the North games, I'd love to check out, but if you guys are scheduled to stick with the Colonels, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. By now, if you're not on the bandwagon, there's no more room. So when we get to the end, you guys got to come and see these games.
Yeah.
We had Grace.
It's basketball.
Yeah, it's
basketball.
good basketball.
Yeah.
It's good basketball. It's the way the game should be played, you know?
Yeah.
In a different way with your spin on it. Apparently, you have the recipe and you're not giving it up. So
no. Different style, different era. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I told you I don't sleep, bro. My mind just goes. And I told you my mind's in January, like the end of January, and then it'll get to February. and then that's when the business starts. So it's like, if you have a coach that way, bro, and you have kids that buy into it, and you have parents that buy into it, and I see the community trying to buy into it right now. They're giving some love. We locked in, bro. And I mean, it is what it is. And
Yep.
I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to apologize. Like I said last year, I'm not going to apologize for being competitive. I'm not. Listen, I'll train you in the off season. I'll have any girl in my gym in the off season. But when it's basketball season for South High, we locked in, and that's my main concern. And I don't care about the outside noise. You think you can beat us, and you want to compete against us? We open our doors and let's do it. You beat us, you beat us. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be a dogfight, bro. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a dogfight. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight.
Well, listen, I told you before, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna throw the link out there. We got to go to the part 2. We're gonna break for a moment for commercial. I'm gonna post it again. Anybody watching? There's about 20 people here. Go to Shamrock Sports Podcast page, and I'll post the link there. Diego will have it too. We have a special guest after this break.
Yeah, please come in because I have a special announcement too.
We love it. Love it.
All right.